Hi, this is Bill Marcus, the Senior Director of Partners and Sales here at MobileForce Software. I appreciate you taking a little bit of time to get with me and get with our company. And I'm going to go through very specifically about why MobileForce might make interest to you and as a potential partner. So let's get into it. I'm very familiar with the fact that as a partner, and a leader of partners, you have to make decisions every day about where to invest your time, your talent, and your treasure. And you need to make decisions because vendors are knocking on your door every day or multiple times a day, and you've got to say yes, no, or maybe we should work with them. I get it. You guys are asking questions like, is there demand in the market? Does this company solve real problems? Do our clients that we have, are they buying this technology? And does it complement what I'm already doing? So as you can see, there's a long list of questions I'm going to answer for you to try to make it easier for you to make a decision whether you want to work with us or not. So let's talk a little bit about the marketplace. I'm not going to read all these bullets, but a couple that jump out at me are the second bullet, that by 2015, nearly 100% of all enterprise employees will be mobilized via tablets, smartphones, etc. And then the last bullet, that in a few years from now, more than half of all mobile apps will be created are going to be using codeless tools. Well, that's really important because if you see how many enterprise apps that are out there on average, and that if so many of those apps are going to benefit from being mobilized, and it takes an extraordinary amount of time and dollars to convert those apps, and then to not only develop and mobilize them, but to manage them, that's a significantly large number. And so this is where some of the problems that MobileForce Software can really resolve. And when you really look at the complexity of the technology that's out there existing today and trying to get that information out to the endpoint, there are so many things that are out there. It's just a web of confusion. Your users, or your clients, I should say, the users that need mobility and access to information have social apps, apps that are based in the cloud, apps that are on-prem, that they're trying to get information to from SharePoint or Oracle or Siebel. And all of those are individualized or siloed apps, which means that end users have to switch apps, have different logins. The UIs may not even be consistent from one size of device to the other, or from multiple devices with different operating systems. So, and on top of that, there's really no analytics and visibility to know what people are doing mobilely. So, when you look at it in a bigger picture, it takes a long time to and it's very expensive to mobilize applications no matter where they reside. And when you integrate those apps, it's really, really hard to get those apps to work together and create a workflow that's seamless and easy. And then it's hard to manage and ensure those apps can be used on multiple devices and ensure that those activities that people are doing are being completed and being monitored so you can see that stuff is getting done. So what type of scenarios are we looking at where people need this information? Well, in sales, for sure, that's one. Think of a sales rep wanting to access sales collateral or training materials. Think of a sales rep needing to configure, price, and quote and update their CRM system. Think of a company wanting to share and disseminate product information out to their customer base. Or think of an employee wanting to submit request forms, access health benefits, file expense reports, etc. All of these things take time and multiple systems to do, and these are areas or scenarios in which MobileForce has been able to solve problems for companies. Now, very simply, what we do is we take all those apps that you can see on the bottom of the screen, and we have connectors, and put that into our cloud platform, and we create workflows, unify that application, and then deliver it to end users on any device, anywhere, at any time. And we do that with essentially minimal or no coding. Let me take a quick break right here, and I'm going to show you or demonstrate a couple of the solutions that we've developed for some of our clients. Okay, so let me give you a couple of examples of some of those scenarios that we talked about just a moment ago. So this is how the MobileForce field organization uses our technology. Once again, it's really designed to bring relevant and critical information that we need in our daily lives to make it simple for us to do our job so we're more productive. So the first one that I want to talk about or component is this dashboard. This dashboard, as you can see, has multiple different cards on it, which includes my calendar for the next few days. It includes my tasks, accounts, and opportunities that are coming right out of our CRM system, which we use Salesforce.com. LinkedIn, and then a news feed. And what we've done is any of the information and the meetings that I have and the people that are invited to those meetings are going to get pulled up and their profiles are going to show up here on LinkedIn, and I can go do a little bit of research about these folks, and I can find John Kidd here, and I can go I can do some background. I can do the same thing with Sean Jorgensen. I've got a meeting with these guys later today. And I can also go and do some research about what we're doing. Best Buy is an account in our CRM system, so I can come in and I can look at what Best Buy is doing. These are all fields that we have chosen to put into Salesforce, and it's got read-write capabilities. So it's very, very cool. I can tell you, instead of reading the newspaper every morning, this is what I do is to get ready as an outbound person. I prepare for my meetings. The other thing that's really great is our resources. So all of these elements right here, as you can see, make it easy for me to get the information I need to do my job in one place. There are 4 different data stores that this is connecting on the back end to. We have a YouTube channel, that's where our videos lie. And then we have SharePoint, we have Box, and we have Windows File Share. So as a front-facing person, it doesn't really matter to me, frankly, where the information resides. I just want to have it easy that I can access and I can share. Now, one of the things that I wanted to actually do, which I think is kind of neat, if I want to have a conversation with somebody and I want to actually share a data sheet, I can walk through that with them, and then the end of that conversation, I can actually email it to them right there on the spot. So I'm going to email it actually to myself, just so you can see a few people show up, and I can send it right away. And that just takes one more follow-up action item away from my day, and it makes it very, very simple. So that's pretty cool. Let me go to another app that I want to share with you. So this is an app that we developed for Cisco. This is an app called Cisco Sell. And Cisco had 2 major issues. One, they had so much content all over the place that it was very challenging for their sellers to access that information very simply and easily. In fact, they had to go on their devices to the portal based on the web, and things were unorganized, and it took them about 20 clicks to get information that they needed. And as you can see, what we've done is we've made the file tree very simple for someone to go and get information like data sheets or Q&As or product notices for a very specific product. So they're taking 4 or 5 clicks to get information instead of 18 to 20 as they were before. Another one of Cisco's major challenges was the length of time it took them to configure and price and quote a product. And so what we did is we integrated multiple systems to help them streamline this process, which took a little less than 2 weeks, and now it takes less than an hour. So I'm going to show you exactly what we can do here. So I'm going to create a new configuration. So if I'm sitting in front of a client, we're collaborating now on what a configuration looks like. So as you can see here on the bottom of the screen, there's a fan of products. All of these products, the pictures of these products sit in a SharePoint file, but the actual database of each of these blades is sitting in an Oracle e-business suite behind the firewall. So what I can do is I'm having a conversation with our client, and we're going through, and together we're agreeing upon what the configuration happens to be. But because we're tied into the database, if I do a configuration, a piece of the configuration that doesn't make sense, I'm going to get an error. So we know that the configuration is going to be accurate, which is really great. What I'm going to do is I'm going to load here an actual configuration that I pre-built before. Before our call. And it actually, what this does is when I build the configuration, it creates a build of materials automatically that once the order is placed, it gets sent directly to manufacturing. So that saves an extra step. I can actually quote the product right here on the spot. It goes into an Oracle financial database. And I can provide a steep discount. John Chambers wouldn't like me for giving a 30% discount, but all of the pricing for each of these components is accurate. Once the quote is done, I can actually email it right to the customer right here on the spot, which saves another step. So there's another system and saves another step. I'll just send this quote to myself, and I can send it off. Once it is sent, it actually goes into Cisco's CRM system, which happens to be Salesforce as well, and creates an opportunity on the spot, as well as creates a follow-up task. So in less than an hour, what we've done is we've helped a sales rep shorten the time from 2 weeks to less than an hour by integrating 5 systems into one mobile application container. All right. Why don't we jump back into the presentation, and we can round out with a couple of other slides, and you guys will be on your way. So I used the Cisco example. Here's a quote from one of the folks in the Worldwide Partner Organization that talked about the shortening of their sales cycle and the productivity they gained from our technology. You'll also see quotes in here from a few other customers, CenturyLink, Intel, and Sci-Fed. Intel situation was very interesting because they had so much content that they had to manage and publish and manage to make sure that their content was consumed. This really saved a tremendous amount of time for their digital strategy manager. And in fact, Intel is looking at, we'll say, consolidating their portals and their content by leveraging our technology. So it's super interesting, and a couple of other very successful clients that MobileForce has had. So what is our value proposition? You're probably wondering what it is. Well, all of these solutions that I've showed you took less than a month to deploy, and we're going to guarantee you that a customer will receive a 10% productivity gain within 100 days of deploying our solution. That's a pretty bold statement, but our technology makes it happen, and we've proven it time and time again with our customers. So now you're probably asking yourself, well, MobileForce looks like it's a pretty interesting technology, but how do we really fit together? Are we complements to each other in what we do? Really, as the leader of our partnering business, what I'm looking for are not, I'd love it if you could checkbox all of these things on this list, but I'm realistic and know that that's not the case. I think that if you have 4 or 5 of these attributes in your business, we probably should have a conversation, especially if you're a trusted advisor. If you're a trusted advisor, you understand apps, you talk to line of business, you have a cloud and or a mobility practice, probably someone that we should be talking to. We know that when we're successful in selling our solution, it's an advisory conversation. Typically, that conversation talks with someone who thinks a little bit outside of the box or needs to get something done and cares about productivity. And people are motivated. Our partners that are most successful with us are ones that are motivated and see an opportunity to really solve some of these challenges for their customers. Another question that partners are always asking themselves is a vendor easy to work with? And for MobileForce, the answer emphatically is yes. Our entire sales organization wants to work with partners. They know that we have to scale our business. We know that the impact of software on a first-hand basis is going to help you guys be more successful. So we're going to give you our product for free so you and all the people on your team can have access to it and utilize it on their mobile devices. And once they get it in their hands, they're going to be excited to talk about it. The opportunity cost really to get trained is very minimal. We're not going to force you to go through certification processes. We're going to be with you every step of the way and teach you how to fish in all phases of the sales and implementation process. One of the things that's a benefit is add-on sales. Our customers really love what we're doing, and so add-on sales are very, very simple. And we're going to be with you every step of the way. So we want to teach you guys how to fish. We're going to help you from qualification through deployment and into add-on sales. Many of our clients start with one workflow or solving one particular problem or getting one app or two apps in the hands of their teams mobily, and then they realize the value. So how are we going to do that? How are we going to shorten sales cycles and get the technology in the hands of customers? We're going to give people a free 45-day proof of concept for our bundled solution that has web-based connectors. We'll get that up and running within 1 week. This product is called Sales Velocity. It's tied around a lot of the productivity tools that sales organizations need. We're going to create agreed upon success factors for that proof of concept with you as our partner and with the end customer. And the customer is going to sign that, and then within 45 days, they'll agree to signing a PO, or we're going to turn the solution off. So it's pretty simple and easy to get the product in the hands of customers and help shorten the sales cycle for both you and for us. So you're probably saying, well, what is in it for me as a partner? You get great margins. I mentioned an ongoing book of business or add-on sales. We've identified already that the technology solves a real problem. And as I've mentioned, we have repeat customers, so our customers really love it. From talking with partners that we already have today, they love the fact that they've got their hands on it and they get to use it for free, but they really see it as an opportunity to expand their reach and their control in accounts. Because they're trusted advisors, they know that they get to be competitive. And they know they get to get more wallet share with their customer base, which is really, really huge. Perfect. So you're probably sitting there and asking yourself, well, this sounds pretty interesting. What do I need to do next? Just give me a call or give me an email, and we'll get back on the phone and have a dialogue and explore, if and where and how we can try to work together. I'm looking forward to having a conversation. Thank you guys for your attention and time.